Welcome class 10th. Today we will discuss new topic, work, power and energy. What is work? You know that work is defined as work is said to be done only when the force applied on an object moves or produces the displacement in the direction of force. You say work is F into S. In daily life, when a person is sitting at the chair reading newspaper, writing something, listening music, can he say he is doing work? No. In the language of physics, in the language of science, work is said to be done when the force applied on an object and the displacement is produced in the direction of force. But if you write only F into S, how will you read it? Force into displacement. Is it complete? Today I will tell you whether this F into S is complete or not. Work depends not only force and displacement, but also on the third term, that is angle between force and displacement. So what is the complete formula for work is Fs into cos of angle between force and S, that is theta. What will you say here? That if any object at which the force is applied, displacement produced is S, and if the displacement produced in the direction of force, like this is the object, the force applied is this F, and from point A to point B object moves, then this is the displacement S. What is theta here? Then theta is 0, and learn cos theta, cos 0 is 1. Then you come to this point. So you cannot say only force into displacement. What will be the exact definition? F into S into cos theta. That's why it is defined as force and the displacement in the direction of force. Now, if you write this formula as F cos theta into S, it is also W. What is here this F cos theta? Component of force in the direction of displacement. What is here S cos theta? Part of component of displacement in the direction of force. You are in class 10th, a little bit difficult you will be finding this, but I am going to explain you in a simple way that this is the inclined plane. Suppose the object moves with the application of force in this direction, the force is acting, and the object moves from point A to the point B in this direction from the initial direction theta, and this displacement is S. What is the height of this B? Suppose this height is H and this point is C. What I was saying, I am going you to discuss that how will you find force. Can you tell force of 10 Newton and displacement of 2 meter will give you 10 into 2 meter, that is 20 Newton meter? No. If you write only F into S, then F is 10 Newton, S is 2 meter, but 20 Newton meter is not the correct answer. This cos theta will act. And how will you find? Look here, first method is work done is calculated by finding component of force in the direction of displacement. If this is the force, what is the direction of displacement? AB. Then you extend back this AB and this angle will also be theta. This is the direction of force. This force is acting here. Then if you form a perpendicular, draw the perpendicular from this point, suppose this point is P and this is M, then in the right angle triangle PMA, you will find in the triangle PMA, what is cos theta? Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse is F, base is PA, then PA upon F. Say in words, what is PA? PA is the amount of force in the direction of displacement. Look, PAS, this is PAB is the direction of displacement. Then how will you find work done? Work done will be here. This W will be equal to this PA, that is, say in words, what is PA? Force component in the direction of displacement. By finding component of force, that is F cos theta in the direction of displacement, that is S. So what is W equal to this F cos theta into S. In the same case, the force is applied so that the object is here, it reaches up to the point B. How will you find the work done? By finding component of displacement in the direction of force. Now how will you find? This is the displacement, this is the force. Then what will be the direction of displacement in the component of displacement in the direction of force? So this S will be in the direction of force, that is AC. You have to find AC. Then in the triangle ABC, how will you find cos theta? Cos theta is base, that is AC, upon hypotenuse, that is S. Then what is AC? AC is this component of displacement in the direction of force. And look, this is the direction of force, this arrow representing the direction of force, and this AC. Then what is work done? This F, direction of force, this is F into AC. What is AC? S cos theta. So in general, what is the formula for work? Fs cos theta. What you have learned, F into S. It is not written like this. Actually, work is a scalar quantity and you should write it as a scalar product of force and displacement vectors. You will read in product of vectors, then these two, force and its displacements, are vectors and its dot or a scalar product is work. Work is scalar. So in this way work is calculated, and you know any two quantities they are vector, then their scalar product or dot product is given by AB cos theta. What here? F dot S, then what we have got? Fs cos theta, magnitude of F, magnitude of S, and cos theta. So we have seen what is work. Now how will you find how much work in what direction when the work is positive, negative, 0? Now you can find simply. First of all, you take when work is positive. What is positive value for work? You can write theta at 0 degree. Then what is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. Actually, positive case theta should be less than 90 and greater than 0. At cos 0 it is maximum. Cos 0 is 1, work is said to be maximum. Then work is Fs. How will you learn the example? Free fall of an object. Object weight mg downward, earth always attracts the object downwards, and displacement is also falling, it is in the downward direction. So Fs or mgs, this is the work done in the positive direction. Another example, if a pulley puts the weight and it raises the weight by applying the force in the direction upward to keep at his head, then the work done is positive. And here again theta is 0. Now in the second case, when work done is 0, that is minimum. You know, work done is 0 if cos theta equal to cos 90, that is theta is 90 degree, because cos 90 is 0. That's why I was saying, if force is there, displacement is there, even then work done will be 0. Can you give example? Yes, circular motion. You know, suppose this is earth and this is sun. Sun attracts the earth towards its center. This is the force of attraction. And the movement of earth, suppose this is the displacement. When earth reaches here, this is the displacement and this is the force. When it comes here, this is the displacement, this is the force. So in any direction, at any point, you will find force and displacement, they are always perpendicular. Cos 90 0, then from this relation work done will be 0. Take the pulley example. Suppose the pulley having weight on his head. So weight is vertically downward, it is moving in any of the direction of the flat road. Then what is the displacement and weight angle? 90 degree. So in the language of science, Cooley is not doing work when he is having some load at his head and walking at the flat road. But don't say it to the Cooley, because he will not believe it. So work done will be 0, you have to pay for it. Similarly, the third case, you will find W as negative. When the work done is said to be negative? When theta is 180 degree, because cos 180 is -1. So work done is negative for angle more than 90 degree, you will find, and maximum cos 180 degree is -1. So frictional force, you know, friction acts in the direction opposite to the displacement, the force of friction. You can give example, the work done by frictional force at theta 180 degree, the displacement and force. So work done will be negative. Ball is thrown in the upward direction, then you know, ball weight mg, its weight is acting downward but it is moving upward because it has been thrown by giving certain velocity. Then what is the displacement and work force? 180 degree, then work done is negative. So in this way the work is calculated. Suppose at any height a person, here the staircase is made, and at this height you are standing here, you come down by the staircase or you come down by the using lift or elevator, work done by the gravity is same. This is the particular point, because you know, work force into displacement, displacement will be initial and final positions minimum distance. So you come by any way, but this is the displacement, then work done will remain same. What about work done by the variable force? If force is directly proportional to S, more force, more displacement, less force, less displacement, then what happens that you have to calculate work. How will you calculate work? By plotting S on x axis and force on y axis. You know, if two quantities are directly proportional, their graph is a straight line. Then finding the area under the graph. What will be this graph? Half into base into height. This is the base, this is the height. That is half into F into S. That will be the work done. So how will you calculate this work done? This is the work done by variable force. And if the force is constant, then how will you find what will be the work done? If force is constant, then work done will be, again you will plot the graph here. This is the displacement and this is the force. Since the force is constant, so area under the graph will be this. Look, are you able to see? This will be the W will be equal to F into S. This is F, this is S. You know what is this side? This is S, and what is this side? This is F. So F into S. So in this way work is calculated. Now when the work is done by the object, then what happens? And the work is done on the object, then what happens in terms of energy? So what is the unit of work? Let us discuss first. You know, you have seen the formula for work and how the work is calculated, how many examples of work when the work is variable, force is variable or constant, then how the work is calculated. Unit of work, you know, W is force into displacement into cos theta angle. So force unit Newton, displacement unit meter, and if the displacement is in the direction of force, you have taken theta 0, then force into displacement, and this unit is called joule, this is called SI unit. CGS unit of work is called erg. How will you relate them? First you write joule Newton into meters. So if you write 1 joule equal to 1 Newton of force produces 1 meter displacement in the direction of force, that is theta 0 to cos 0 1. So how will you write Newton in case of dyne? You know, 1 Newton is 10 to the power 5 dyne into meter 10 to the power 2 centimeter, then it will become 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter, and this dyne centimeter is called erg. What is erg? Dyne centimeter. So 1 joule equal to 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter or erg. How it has been derived. Another unit megajoule, microjoule, millijoule. So you should know mega, that means 10 to the power 6, micro, that is 10 to the power minus 6, milli, you should know these values, 10 to the power minus 3, giga, 10 to the power 9. So units of work is there. What about power? Power is rate of doing work. Suppose you are asked, tell the two factors on which powers depend. Power depends on work and time. If at certain height a load is to be put here, a person A puts the same load mg up to the same height h in 2 seconds of time, and a person B takes the same load, go up to the same height h, but he takes the time 5 seconds. Are they doing the same work? Yes, because load, that is vertically downward, attraction of earth, and height, same height. The person A is doing work into displacement, that is h, mgh, and person B is also doing the same work, mgh. If you are asked that find WA is to WB, what will you write? 1:1. But for the same work, how will you write this relation? Power is inversely proportional to time. What does it mean? The person who is doing the work in less time is said to be more powerful. Then if you are asked that find PA, then how will you find PA? mgh upon 2. What will be PB? PB will be same work mgh but upon 5. Therefore, PA is to PB. What will be that? That if you will divide, you will get 5/2. So, in this way, numerical sum value 10 kg weight, g is 10 meter per second square, height is 5 meter, you can calculate. Then what is the power? Rate of doing work. What is the unit of power? You know, work unit is joule, time unit is second. So, joule per second. This joule per second is said to be watt. So, the unit of power is watt. The bigger unit is kilowatt, otherwise watt or megawatt. What is megawatt? You know, megawatt, I told you mega 10 to the power 6. So, 1 megawatt means 10 to the power 6 watt. So, in this way the power is defined. What is the difference between work and this power? Work is independent of time, power depend on time. Power is rate of doing work done. Work is said to be done when the force produces displacement in the direction of it. In this way, power is calculated. What about energy? Anyone who can perform work is said to be energetic. So, work is done by the person who possesses energy. Varieties of energy, types of energy you will find in books. Potential energy, kinetic energy, their sum is called mechanical energy, and other than mechanical energy, nuclear energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, wind energy, tidal energy. You should know what are the devices which convert the energy, how to learn it. Suppose in your home you switch on the fan. What are you supplying? Electrical energy. What is there in the fan? Motor. So, what is the role of motor? To convert electrical energy into rotational energy, that is mechanical energy. And what is the role of AC generator? You know, generator, in the generator armature is rotated, that is it converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Similarly, nuclear power plant, it gives nuclear energy to electrical energy, it converts. So, you should know how many types of energies. Mainly, energy is capability of a body to do work, and there is no transfer of energy if force acts perpendicular to the direction of displacement. What are the units of energy? Same as unit of work, because capability of doing work is energy. Then how will you write energy's unit? joule, erg is CGS unit, other than kilowatt hour. You know, kilowatt is the unit of power and kilowatt hour is the unit of energy. Electron volt calorie. Calorie is the unit of heat energy. You know, in case of power, watt and kilowatt we have seen, these are the units of power, and one more unit of power is horsepower, HP. HP, 1 HP is 746 watt. Here in units of energy, you know joule, you know kilowatt hour. How will you define kilowatt hour? 1 kilowatt hour. How will you write it? In case of watt, 10 to the power 3 watt, 1000 watt. In case of time, hour is converted in seconds, then 3600 second. How can you write watt? Watt is joule per second, that is watt. So you write here 10 to the power 3 joule per second into, you write here 3.6 into 10 to the power 3 second, then second is cancelled. What will you get? 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. These are the relations, kilowatt hour and joule. How are they related? You know, this kilowatt hour is the commercial unit. In the electricity bill, you have seen 30 units of electricity bill. Then 1 unit is 1 kWh. If 1 kilowatt power of electrical appliance is used for 1 hour, it spends the electrical energy of 1 unit. Now what is this electron volt? If 1 electron is accelerated by 1 volt, then its energy is said to be 1 electron volt. Find its value in joule. Simply charge on electron 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into this 1 volt makes it 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Then electron volt and joule relation you have seen. What about calorie? Calorie is the unit used in heat. If you take 1 gram of water and it is heated from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius, that is 1 degree Celsius of temperature difference. So if 1 gram of water is heated from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius, then heat energy is called 1 calorie. This is the definition of 1 calorie. So in this way you will find work done, energy. How are they related? Work done is transfer of energy. If work is done by the object, its energy decreases. If work is done on the object, its energy increases. And remember, there is no transfer of energy if force and displacement are perpendicular. That is, you have seen in circular motion. So in this way, how work, power and energy, they are related. You solve the numerical examples. I hope you have enjoyed you must have enjoyed the concept of work, energy and power. In the next video, I will tell you that force and displacement, their product is not simple the work, because if any object is moving from initial velocity 2 meter per second and its velocity becomes 10 meter per second, force is applied on it. Calculate the work done by it. If its mass is given, how will you find that the object from this velocity to this velocity, or its kinetic energy increases from 10 joule to 50 joule, such type of numericals, what will be the work done? Then you will use work energy theorem. I will tell you in the next video what is work energy theorem, what is kinetic energy, what is potential energy, what is momentum, how are they related in the next video. Thank you.